What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Taurean Rain Reloaded channel. If you are new, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to have your notifications set to all on all devices. And be sure to like, comment, and share this content on your various social media platforms. Now, if you've been following the Voices of the New Black Media, specifically TBA, the Black Authority, when he's done his films, he's talked about how New York City or just New York might be done as far as black people go. And when we say black people, we're talking about strictly FBA or foundational Black Americans in particular. Even though we know New York is a melting pot, there's a lot of different cultures that are up there. I kind of figured that back in 2008, I believe it was, when they had the VMAs in Harlem. I'm like, y'all took it from Radio City Music Hall in Times Square and put it in Harlem of all places. That's when I kind of knew something was going on. Because I'm like, what made them put a music award show such as that in Harlem, of all places? And to me, I believe that's where it started. Now, of course, if I have any New Yorkers following me, which I know I do, they'll probably tell you it probably happened before that. But that one right there was when it really got exposed on the mainstream side and people really saw what was about to happen. But I came across, or I was tagged in this post on Twitter, where it states parts of New York City to be renamed Little Bangladesh, Little Thailand, and Ukrainian Way under this new bill. And it was posted July 14th, 2022 and updated July 15th, 2022. Let's go ahead and get into it. Two parts of Brooklyn and an area in Queens could soon have new names. The New York City Council on Thursday approved a bill to rename McDonald and Church in Brooklyn as Little Bangladesh, Brighton Beach Avenue and Coney Island Avenue in Brooklyn as Ukrainian Way, and Woodside Avenue between 76th and 79th Streets in Queens as Little Thailand. The bill covered 78 thoroughfares and public places throughout the New York City. It will head to Mayor Eric Adams' desk for approval, which 9 times out of 10 he's going to approve. Council member Shakar Krishnan, a sponsor of the bill, represents the part of Queens that will be renamed Little Thailand. The small businesses that are there and the events that are held there really reflect the beauty and the energy of our Thai community, not just of Jackson Heights and Elmhurst, but across Queens and throughout our city, he said during testimony as the bill was discussed. Little Thailand Way is a very fitting name for this street. Part of Queens was recently renamed to honor the Guyanese community. In Brooklyn, a subway stop was renamed to honor Haitian heritage. Notice nothing is there to represent really FBA. And whatever was once there representing FBA is either gone or it's on its way out. Now, I was reading through some of the comments on the Twitter thread where people were basically stating how there was a lot of people who will be classified as FBA up there, tried their hardest to try to claim certain aspects of certain parts of these areas. But every time they tried to push something through, it always got blocked. It always got shut down. And I'm willing to bet they've been going at it for years. And every single time they tried to make something good, like go, it always got blocked. It always got shut down. Now you have these 3 enclaves right here that came in, and now they literally are getting handed blocks and areas and enclaves and streets in New York City. Like it's nothing. When they said years ago that New York is done, this is also part of what they were talking about. The foundation of it has already been laid. Now they're just starting to build on top of that. They basically said, FBA, we don't care about you anymore. As far as we are concerned, you contribute nothing more to the city. We want you gone. We're going to push you out. And what I want people to understand is that what's happening in New York City right now is literally going to be happening in various other places where a lot of foundational Black Americans live at. Wherever they can find an enclave of Black people at, they're doing the same thing. As a matter of fact, if y'all realize, maybe you did, you didn't, in Texas, you know, you had Governor Wills down there literally busing boatloads of immigrants coming from Mexico, from Texas to DC. And I had posted on Twitter, I said, where are they going? Where are they placing them at? Now, I don't live in DC, but I live close to DC. Like, it's nothing for me to just drive into DC, like across the DC line. It's nothing for me to do. It's like literally like a 5-minute drive for me. That's how close I am to the DC line. And I kept saying to myself, where are they going? Because they keep sending them over and over, but I never see where they actually go. It's like they're almost plotting of a place to plant them at. So all I'm saying is once you start seeing a lot of maybe Mexican spots just pop up, that was probably them. But yeah, this is the whole plan. This is the grand scheme right here. What got me is the Ukrainian way part. They just started coming over here. What was it, like last year? I believe it was last year. And look at this already. They already got something and they just got over here. Meanwhile, Foundation of Black Americans, even when they try to get something, they make them quote unquote wait, or they just don't do it at all. They just completely ignore us. But they expect us to keep voting for voting blue no matter who. I'm telling you, black people in New York, let black people across the nation, period, but especially in New York, if this was an incentive right here to make you not want to vote for them, here it is. You are literally being pushed out of your homes. I'm sure stuff is going to skyrocket there. It's going to be a lot of hassles going on to get you to move and to get you to leave. I give it about, I would say 10 years, but the way they move in, it might be less than that. I give it about 5 more years and these areas will not look the same anymore. Like I even saw pictures, I'll probably put it up in the thumbnail, where they were having Thai, I should say, events right there in the middle of the street. Something you probably would have never, ever thought to see there about 10 years ago is there now. It's wild. And keep in mind, Eric Adams, the mayor up there, keep these words in mind of what he said. He said he is the Joe Biden of New York. I believe he said of New York. I can't remember if he said a city or a borough or the whole state of New York. But wherever he's the mayor at, right up there. That's what he said. And he's sticking right to his word, as you can clearly see. I don't know what to tell the people of New York, but if you start to see some things changing, consider this your warning if you didn't get the warning already.